Welcome to another exciting episode of Cooking with the Kid. For those of you who live in the Midwest or the upper Midwest, if you take a look around, you can see that it's fall time. Well, I listened to you. One of the requests that came down was some soup recipes. So today, what we're going to start out with is one of my favorite, I guess you can call it a soup, but I like to think more of it as a meal, Texas style chili. Today, what we're going to be doing is giving you a baseline of a Texas chili. So just the basic ingredients, and to get you started, what's really cool about Texas chili is once you have that base, you can make it your own. Even to the point where you can actually get into some tournaments, some cook-offs, and win you a couple of really cool prizes. So let's go ahead and get started.
Let's introduce you to our ingredients. A pound of ground pork, a pound of ground beef. We have 2 cans of tomato sauce, 2 cans of tomato paste, and a can of diced tomatoes. Some people like to use their own canned tomatoes, but I didn't do any this year, so we went to the store and picked some up. 1 whole onion, some garlic, and our spices will be very simple. Black pepper, ground cumin, chili powder, and salt. So let's go ahead and get started. What I like to do is go ahead and get our meat started. And one of the things I really enjoy doing is cooking everything in just one pot, so I don't have to worry about grease getting transferred, things of that nature. So we're going to go ahead and add our meat. And I'm going to go ahead and add those onions right away. And what we'll do is put that about 2 tablespoons of garlic to go in with it. Go ahead and add just a little salt and pepper. That garlic, let's say about 2 tablespoons. I always like using the minced garlic. I mean, I like to cheat, I guess you can say, but you could go and get whole cloves, dice those up. This is a little bit more easier for me. Also go ahead and add a little pepper. And some salt. Okay, now we're going to cook down for about 5 minutes or so. Make sure that the meat is brown and those onions and garlic take really well. Our meat is just about what we would like for it to be. Now, some people like to drain off that excess grease / fat. I personally like to leave it. Adds a little bit more flavor to it when it's all said and done. So let's take a closer look at that. At this point now, we're going to put all of our contents of our tomato sauce and tomato paste into our meat. Turn that down a little bit. Now the key thing is also, for every can of tomato sauce, I'm going to put a can of water. And for every can of tomato paste, I'm going to also put a can of water. Now that we've got that all mixed up, now we're going to add the cumin. I like to use about 2 tablespoons. Of cumin to get this up and started. We're going to mix this up. Then guys, at this particular point, what we're going to do is we're going to put a cap over it, our lid. Okay, simmer and allow it to simmer for the next hour and 15 minutes. Okay, we've just come on that hour and 15-minute mark. So what we're gonna do is remove the top here. We're gonna stir it a little bit, and then at this point you should start seeing your chili see it thicken up just a little bit. Okay, we're gonna turn that heat down as low as we possibly can for this last hour or so. But right now, what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna add that chili powder. Okay, I use about 2 tablespoons of chili powder. You can measure it out, but once you've done it enough, you know about what 2 tablespoons look like. I'm gonna throw that chili powder in there. And here's when you add your salt and pepper as well. Now, depending on how hot you like your chili, and what I mean by hot is on the front side, I use the black pepper to put a little heat, not a lot of heat in it, but that more peppery taste to it. And I'm going to use about 1.5 tablespoons of black pepper. And then I'm going to also add my salt. I like using sea salt, and once again, about 1 tablespoon, 1.5 tablespoons. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to stir it back up again. And then we're going to put the top back on and let it simmer for another hour or so. We want to get those spices to react really nice to one another. But wait, there is more. Like I told you guys, this is a Texas style chili, so I do like to add beans. So what I did is I got some red kidney beans, some light red kidney beans. I'm going to add those to my chili. Only 1 can, because I don't like to have too many beans, but just enough. We're going to stir these guys in there, and we're going to let it simmer for another hour. Now as we come on that 2-hour mark, well, more so like 2:15, let's take a closer look at what we're working with here. I'm going to go ahead and turn that heat off, and you can see that our chili's simmering pretty good. And at this point right here, what we're going to do is we're going to stir it up 1-2 more times here. Let it rest for a little bit. Once again, what we're doing is allowing for those spices to really infuse into the chili. Okay, here at the Reese household, what we like to do with our chili is a little bit of cornbread. So I went ahead and put some cornbread in the oven there, so you can see that as well. Now, I do have some friends from the north who enjoy putting noodles in their chili. Don't ask me why, but they enjoy doing that. So what we have here is that base for the Texas style chili. And there you have it, Texas style chili. Now in the past, what I would do on Cooking with the Kid is just show you the finished product. But at this point, I like to take time to re-emphasize for you that what I showed you today is just the foundation of a chili. Some people like it hot. Some people like to add different things like green peppers in there, some celery. If you like it hot, take a cheesecloth. Get you a couple of habaneros, pound them up, put it in that cheesecloth, and throw it in there at that hour mark and let it simmer. Let that heat be infused into your chili. I kind of poke fun with some of my friends from here in the north who like to add noodles. Hey, it's what you like. So that's what's really cool about a Texas style chili. Me personally, I like 3 different types of meats in my chili. My family doesn't necessarily really like it hot, but the peppery side of things, that's me. So till next time we're Cooking with the Kid, hey, keep those spoons stirring.